Hi, I'm Ben, and you found Theology Over Easy. I'm here at Lake Whalum in Lunenburg. I thought it was a good place to continue our conversation about creation. Remember last time we discovered that the stories of Adam and Eve, the story of Adam and Eve is a story about Israel and us. It has important things to say about who we are as God's creatures. In Genesis chapter 1, God says that creation is good 7 times, but the 7th time God calls creation very good. That's after he made human beings. The number 7 in the Bible symbolizes completeness or perfection. So at a minimum, it means that creation has intrinsic value and human beings have intrinsic dignity. This picture of biblical cosmology explains, I think, why it's so common for people to have a sense that some things are just, well, wrong. Because it implies that moral truth is something that exists outside of our cultural conditioning or our personal tastes. Now, that doesn't mean that discovering a right course of action should be easy. On the other hand, if God's creation is very good, then that suggests he has good purposes in mind for it. And that gives us a starting place for thinking ethically about our relationships with the world and each other. In his book, The Reason for God, Timothy Keller wrote about an anthropologist who admitted that in her profession is dominated by cultural relativism. That's the view that all moral beliefs are culturally created and that there's no basis for judging one culture's morality to be better than another's. But when she encountered cultures that oppressed women, she felt that she couldn't just stand by. And she became an outspoken critic of human oppression. In one of her books, she wrote, "When there is a choice between defending human rights and defending cultural relativism, anthropologists should choose to protect and promote human rights. We cannot just be bystanders." I agree. However, I hope you can see that her ethical argument is based on little more than because I said so. And that's a pretty weak argument. The reason I agree with her is that the idea of human rights exists in the heart of God. And when we combine God's declaration that humans are very good with the further witness that we are made in God's image, then we have a very strong basis for explaining why oppressing women is wrong. So because we are created in God's image, we have the capacity to recognize that some things are wrong because they fly in the face of the Creator God and our responsibility to value the dignity of every human being. And lastly, the goodness of creation and our status as image bearers means we have a responsibility to care for this world, this beautiful world. In the ancient world, when a king or emperor conquered a land, he would order his image to be placed in public places, even on coins. It was a way of reminding people who's in charge around here. As God's image bearers, we are reminding each other and the world who is in charge around here, and it isn't us. God is the creator, and all of this belongs to him. The creation narratives are more than stories. Even though they were never intended to be read as scientific or historical, they nevertheless reveal profound truths about the goodness of creation and the dignity of every human being. I'll see you next time on Theology Over Easy. Wow, I hope you're out enjoying this day. Woo! Beautiful.